Hello there. I would like to invite you in a short journey with me. And I'll start by telling you a story of my mom and her influence in my life. See, my mom, she was born with an enlargement of the heart. So from a very young age, she struggled with her health. Each day was very unpredictable. Some days she'll wake up with full of energy, full of excitement, full of life. And then as the day goes on, slowly her energy started to dwindle down. And sometimes it gets so bad that she had to be taken to the hospital. I remember several times I would be taken to school early in the morning, only to get picked up around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then from school, we'll go straight to the hospital because my mom had one of those unfortunate incidents where she had to be taken to the hospital. That happened so many times, I can't even remember how many times. But one thing that she taught me through her struggles in her health was this: never let your health stop you from helping and serving other people in any capacity that you are able to do. That is what she taught me. See, my mom, even though she struggled with her health, she had the love to help other people. And whenever she was able to, she did. That's one lesson I've learned from my mom. Never let your health stop you from finding ways in helping other people. She was also the one who taught me that a life well lived is a life of service. A life well lived is a life of service. See, my mom fully understand that for her to be able to fully enjoy life, she was certain that she needed to help other people in spite of her health. So she has a huge influence in my life. My mom passed away when I was 12 years old. And I still clearly remember the day that she passed away. And I can still clearly remember as well what she taught me. Jomer, never let your health stop you from serving other people. Another person who has a huge, significant influence in my life when it comes to understanding that a life well lived is really about serving other people, finding ways to serve people, to meet where they are and see and find out what it is that I can do at that moment for them. As a Christian, I'm highly influenced by the teaching of Jesus Christ. And one thing that he said is this: says, I did not come to be served, but to serve. And he also taught his disciples, he said that whoever wishes to be great among you must be a servant. So a big part of his teaching is serving. And here are 3 ways that after learning his life, there are 3 ways that he served. He served by providing physical needs when it was needed. When people were hungry, he provided food. When people were ill, he provided healing. Also, through his words, he provided wisdom and guidance. How does that relate in my life? And maybe in your life as well. See, sometimes we're in a situation that we want to help, but we're not in a position to actually provide physical need for them that they need. So we can provide words of encouragement. It's another way to serve other people. But if you're in a position to provide food for someone who's hungry, then please, by all means, do so. The point is, when it comes to serving, is being mindful. What is the need of this person that's in front of me? And how can I make sure I do my best to provide and help him or help her out? That's another lesson that I've learned. In the last 2 years, this life well lived has become my marching order. It has become, in a way, my North Star, as people would say. What keeps me focused. So the past 2 years, I have worked with different coaches, and they help me to kind of just have a clear understanding of what do I mean by a life well lived, and what is it that I know that I'm good at that I can help people. So it's been quite a journey for me for the last 2 years in relation to really understanding what is my role in this idea of a life well lived is a life of service. So through working with different coaches, through the influence of my mom and Jesus Christ, and also other people in my life, which I don't have time to tell you, which probably down the road I will, I started to think about what are the things that I know will help me? What are the things that I know that will help me really maximize the life that I have been given in relation to helping other people? See, I have special place for youth and young adults who not really sure in what to do with their lives, feel a little bit lost in life. I also have a special heart for people who work in ministries or churches who always give and give and give, and often their health is being neglected. So the program that I created, it is really focused on helping people who I'm not really sure where I want to go with my life, but I know I want to contribute and give back to the community or to the world that we live in. Or, you know what? I feel limited in what I'm doing right now. I want to expand my service, but at the same time, I want to make sure that I understand the balance of serving and not neglecting my health. So this program is really for those people. And it has 5 pillars. So the program that I created is pillars for life transformation and health. Pillars for life transformation and health. The whole idea of this program, it is really helping people to cultivate the desire to grow by serving other people without neglecting your health. So what are the 5 pillars? The first one is ownership, taking ownership. It's my conviction that we cannot impact people's lives until we take full ownership of our lives. What do I mean by this? Am I being aware of what's really happening in my life? Right? For example, in my role as a father, how am I doing in taking ownership of that? Am I embracing all the responsibility that comes with this? Or am I neglecting some of the responsibilities? Part of it is taking ownership, which is the second pillar. The first pillar is how am I doing taking ownership of my life? Second is awareness. Awareness, what I mean by this is what are the things that I know that are working in my life? What are the things that I know that's being neglected in my life? And for example, I think I also mentioned, haven't mentioned yet, but I did go back to school. So part of me is, what is my responsibility as a student? How can I make sure I take full ownership as a student so I can do well in school? Second, I ask the question, awareness. Okay, Jomer, what are the things that you know that you're good at that can help you excel in school? And what are the things that you know that if you neglect these things, it will really hinder you in becoming the student that you know you can become? So being aware of my strength and my weaknesses and my self-limiting beliefs is very, very crucial towards my success as a student. Honesty. See, after I looked at my strength, weaknesses, and self-limiting beliefs, then I have to be honest. I have to be honest. How do you feel about this? How do you feel knowing that these are your strengths? And how do you feel knowing that these issues right here, the self-limiting beliefs, that if you don't address these things, they will definitely track you. How do I feel about these things? Do I want to take greater ownership? Do I want to make changes so that I can become a better student moving forward? So being aware of what are my strengths, what are my self-limiting beliefs, what are the things that can stumble me, such as probably idleness, laziness. Sometimes it happens. I'll do my homework tomorrow, even though I have time to do right now. So those are the things that we need to be aware of. If you want to move up, you want to live a life that is fully experienced. Fourth, taking action. First, I have to take ownership of my life. And then I have to be aware of my strengths, weaknesses, and self-limiting beliefs. Third one, I need to be honest. This is what you're looking at, Jomer. This is who you are at the moment as a student. And then say, okay, now what do I need to do? What action do I need to do? What changes do I need to make so that I can continue to become a better student and be successful down the road? What action that I should avoid, such as, well, maybe I shouldn't sleep too late at night so that when I wake up in the morning, I'm more refreshed and ready to hit the books and study. Well, I need to overcome the self-limiting beliefs that, Jomer, yeah, can you really do this at your age? That you can still continue to go to school for the next 3 years to get your nursing degree? Can you really do this? Right? So I have to overcome all these self-limiting beliefs. Lastly is perseverance. What will help me to stay on? What will help me stay on track moving forward? See, we all understand this. We get excited. We see what this goal will give us. And then roadblocks hits, the challenges comes in, the difficulty of the journey start to show up. What do I do then? What do I do then when suddenly I feel like I don't have enough time to study because I have to still meet my responsibility in my family at the same time at work? What do I do? What will keep me stay on track? What will help me stay moving forward, which is the perseverance part of the component? Well, let me suggest to you this. When it comes to perseverance, one of the things that has helped me is focus on what the goal will give me. What the goal will give me. When I reach this goal, how will my life be different? What joy, what excitement will I experience? What is it that this goal that I'm pursuing will give me when it is attained that I know I want to experience and have? And what will happen if I stop pushing through, reaching for my goal? How will that affect me 2 or 3 years down the road? So having understanding the pain that I will experience if I stop persevering and the great pleasure that I will have when it is attained and achieved are often a good way to encourage me to persevere when we feel like slowing down or giving up in pursuing our goals. So those are the 5 pillars. Make sure we take ownership of our life. Become aware of your self-limiting beliefs, your strengths, your weaknesses. Be honest after reflection. This is what I'm looking at. This is me at the moment. What do I want to do? It's the next question, taking action. And the last one is, how can I make sure that I stay consistent in pursuing the things that truly matters to me? So those are the 5 pillars for life transformation and health. I truly believe this, that unless I am willing to make mistakes, this is another component of living a life well lived, is a life of service, is I need to be willing to make mistakes. I must be willing to embrace the possibility that I will make mistakes. Because if I don't, then I will be so afraid to take new challenges in my life. Challenges that will bring growth. Yes, I will make mistakes. Probably, yeah, I'll even make myself look foolish in the process of this. But unless I am willing to make imperfect mistakes, imperfect action, as one coach has said, says that part of growth is your willingness to take imperfect action, knowing that the path towards your journey, towards the goal that are meaningful for you. I said, you will fall, you will trip, and you will have successes as well along the way. So my encouragement to you is this. One, if you're asked, what will give deeper meaning in your life right now? Think about one thing. You know what? If I can just do this one thing right now, if I can only change this aspect of my life, it will give me so much joy and satisfaction. You can also ask, what are the things in my life right now that's holding me back and fully living my life that adds value to other people? Is it I don't see enough value in what I do? I don't see enough, that I don't have the courage to let people know that I have this thing that I'm good at, that I can help people. Right? What are the things? What are the things that's stopping you from really enjoying your life from the place of serving and giving? You have a lot of value to offer. You have a lot of life experiences. I'm sure you have gained wisdom through, if you're a coach, or if you're just starting in your journey as a coach. Even when you're starting, there's so much already knowledge that you have and value that you can offer. So my challenge to you is this. If you have not done so, start to view life a lot in a way that giving and serving, and then start to ask questions. How can I make sure I continue to give more and serve more? GST,